Hello, greetings. This is Gillesmansillon. I wanted to wish you a good day. I wanted to come and say hello, speak about different ideas, just share some thoughts, personal thoughts and ideas. And there was someone in my comments that was saying that every time I said that there is any sort of imperfection in life, that no, everybody's perfect, every soul is perfect, everything is. And this is, in a sense, it is a beautiful vision. It is the highest vision, to see everything as infinitely perfect. Yet in my growing consciousness, I have to here, and I have to realize, to recognize, although this is really what we aspire to see the mystic perspective of all the perfection, because everything serves everything else, and everything is education here. Yet we cannot say that violence, war, brutality, tyranny, environmental destruction, the abuse of women and children are perfect, are in alignment with the divine will. They are not. They are just a lower cycle of experimentation. So we wanna accept that all those things are part of the growing process, yet they are not in alignment. God only wants love, God wants respect, love. And inclusion, and in talking about perfection, I thought I bring about this in the introduction of the Urantia book. There is a divine counselor that says that when they look at perfection, they see 7 aspects and form of relativity that are conceivable. The first one is absolute perfection in all aspects. This is the idea. Then the second phase is absolute perfection in some phase, relative perfection in all other aspects. The third is absolute aspect, relative and imperfect in various associations. The fourth is absolute perfection under certain rapport and imperfection in all others. The fifth is absolute perfection in no direction, relative perfection in all manifestation. The sixth is absolute perfection in no phase, relative perfection in some, and imperfection in others. And the 7 is absolute perfection in no attribute and imperfection in all aspects. So it's all about relativity, but those are things which just the level of consciousness. We have to grow into this perfection. We have to work on ourselves to accept that our source God, and for those who may believe in those things, that our inner self, our higher self, our highest self, our true self, which is the source of all that is infinitely perfect. He's got infinite perfection, infinite wisdom, infinite love, and infinite power that he always exercises. Yet as an individual, we have to grow each and every day in perfecting ourselves in order to align ourselves with the divine will, more and more. Also, I want to say that once we see a version of ourselves that is a higher self, or if we are shown those things, then we can recall it and try to do as much as possible to bring this energy down, to align with this higher form of a higher self. Or we have many higher self, but we are being shown and disclosed certain aspect of this higher self. I'm going to pull a few cards. The past is liberation. The present is departing, and the future is hope. It's blue, pink, and yellow. The 3 colors of the soul, the sort of sacred flame. What we're working on right now is clairvoyance. It's about seeing with our third eye, to see clearly things. And the outcome is friendship, new friends. There's going to be wonderful new community of friends that will be unfolding as we liberate ourselves from the old cycle. The Divine Mother was mentioning in a channel that something that makes sense, but it's that our divine self, our God self, cannot reveal itself. It's not allowed to reveal itself. He would want to, for God wants to be known. God wants to be, because God is love and inclusion. Once we are in this amazing energy, everything is right. There is no challenge that is difficult. There is nothing. Everything is grace and graceful and easy. But it can only reveal itself in relationship to our spiritual attainment. We have to achieve certain level before the Creator our soul and spirit can reveal those things, and as we grow, and then more and more is being revealed. We want to align our human consciousness with our divine soul, and then once the collective soul of humanity will be aligned, then will be the great home, and the collective ascension the collective light body will be ignited. We all have a dominant virtue that we came to work with. It's one of the virtues, is something that we usually practice when we're very relaxed and we feel very good. And this is really what we want to recognize and nourish and cultivate, and use that to elevate our frequencies, like a note, a musical note that we can elevate in the octaves of frequency. Also, I used to say that that you drive your car and you let God show you the way, which is, in a sense, it's true. It's part of the process. It's like you drive and then you let your inner guidance, your intuition lead you. But it's the process. The reverse process is also true. It's like to sit back and to choose the direction. You make the choice of the direction and you let God takes you there. It's far more, even more comfortable. The idea is to rest within God, to be together. This is the outcome. No matter what the journey, no matter where you go, if you're with your Creator, everything will go well. You want to meet, you want to travel, you want to sail together. 1 + 1 = 1. This is it may sound simple, but it's not. It's really the essence of that unity principle. All that we see, feel, hear, think is a gift from the universe. But this Creator will not force itself on anyone. It will wait for. We have. It's part of our process to choose to align ourselves with the love and light of the Source. The highest wisdom for us today is responsibility. What we need to understand is karma. What we need to do is paradigm shift. And the outcome is intuition. For intuition, we'll say so much. I just wanted to come and say hello. In France, we have this thing, because I lived a long time in America, and there is the freedom of court. But in France, it's not really as easy. Whenever there is a woman that wears a simple veil, it's like it's creating those big scandals, and I feel it's very intolerant. It's with the next step to make the sunglasses against the law, because you cannot see the eyes, or whose business it is if I wear a Star of David, a hand of Fatima, a Catholic cross. If I want to wear this, it's nobody's business in a way. I'm not hurting anyone by doing that. So in a sense, I'm all for laïc, to be respectful and neutral in relationship to all religions, so that there is no conflict between those groups. But I think we need to evolve the laws a little bit so that people can feel more comfortable and to respect and allow people to live within their faith, as long as and educate them towards love, light, and inclusion in the unity of it all. I was listening to a documentary yesterday about a very wonderful pianist called Vladimir Horowitz. I've always been moved by his interpretation of Chopin and other musicians. But music is the balance between sound and silence. And silence is just in words. It's just silence. It's just as important as the sound. And so I just wanted to say hello. I'm not really in my highest energy today, although Spirit says that everything will go well, and I probably will continue to do those messages. I also wanted to say that a lot of this climate, this frenzy about the apocalyptic climate change is just something they found to project fear into the future, and do not invest your energy in that. Of course, we need to become aware the planet is a real person. We have to stop polluting the ocean, putting chemicals all over the place, to stop the corporations that are mistreating the planet, that are draining all the resources of the planet. For there has to be a balance in things, and so once it's done respectfully, everything finds its balance. But and I want to salute all the works of all the scientists that love and care and protect nature, of course. But to move into this catastrophic this climate change, the Earth has always been going colder, warmer, and it is the center of the Earth is warming up, so there is it's preparing this ascension. But a lot of the catastrophes are bioengineered by technology that are hidden from the public, that are creating those proof of those things in order to create the catastrophic perspective, so that humanity can continue to believe in those catastrophes. So you want to focus on a golden age, a world of peace, where things return to balance, return to equilibrium, where every being can be fed, can be clothed, can be housed, can be creative, can be healthy. there is enough resources and intelligence to create this balance, this global community. And but this will come. So just sort of express some ideas that came through my mind. It's and I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that was written by the Bee Gees and 5 other people, the 3 Gibbs brothers. It's called One. Is it getting better, or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one life, when it's one need in the night. One love, we get to share it, though it leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you, or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We are one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your head? Did I ask too much? More than a lot? You gave me nothing, now it's all I've got. We are one, but we're not the same. We hurt each other, then we do it again. You say, love is a temple, love a higher low. Love is a temple, love the higher low. You ask me to enter, but then you make me crawl. I can't be holding on to what you got when all you get is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, brothers. One life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Beautiful song. It was Bono that made it, U2 that made it famous. Many other people sing it. It's about not taking other people's pain and suffering, in a sense, to be one, but it's also about sentimental deception as well. But not we cannot look for into what we're looking for into somebody else if we do not find it first within ourselves. Once we are whole and complete within ourselves, it will be easier to attract the partner that is whole and complete, and then our joy will be multiplied by 10. But otherwise we will be disappointed because we're looking for this perfect person because we don't feel as perfect, and so so eventually we may, even if we find that, we see the other person may not be as perfect as we thought, and then. So it's about working on ourselves and continue to elevate ourselves within octaves of love, of this frequency of love and light. This painting behind me is a painting on paper. I call it Hippie Girl because she's got this like gloomy eyes and it says love and peace. So it says love and peace. She's like, but she's kind of pretty. I kind of like it. It's got a good atmosphere. And this is my painting of the solar system. It's moving forward. It's like I put this blue over the copper. I think it's coming together, and I reworked on the 4 major planets. But thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm going to pull one more card. Today the card of the day is Divine Conduct, and Archangel Sandalphon. Looking for meaning in your life. Envision a different approach. Surround yourself with friends or masters that are proven to be of wisdom. So it's about looking for to surround ourselves with loving and wise beings as much as possible. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.